World War One, the war to end all wars. A story of great sacrifices, slaughter, and the battlefields of Europe. This is Flash Strazen today, bringing you the demo for the Great War Western Front. This is the definitive World War One strategy game, play a deciding role in history with real-time tactical experience as you take charge in the iconic Western Front from 1940 to 1919. Pick your faction, lead your forces to victory. A sign that this game's thoughts go into this game, as it opens, it also gives thanks to the Imperial War Museum, and if you're British, you live in the UK, you'll be familiar with the Imperial War Museum because it's fantastic. The one in Manchester is brilliant. Anyway, right. So demo for a game that's alright, yeah, so usual caveats, it might not work, there might be things missing, things might break. It's a demo for a game that is released on the 30th of March 2023. It's currently a demo. This was a demo during the recent Steam Next Fest. Alright, oh hang on, let me just check that a second. Yep, as I've turned the volume down, streaming mode, don't want to get done by YouTube. Campaign. If you're familiar with this channel, you will know I like demos and tutorials, because I think they're both essential for the average gamer to get a handle on what's going on. So let's go to tutorial. Yep, there is. Let's go to tutorial, because it seems a reasonable place to start. Chapter 1, the Americans arrive. America have been neutral through most of the World War I, supplying aid but not taking part in combat. However, Germany's increased attack on American ships began to sway many in the government. When the British revealed the Zimmerman telegram to the Americans, in which Germany offered to return American territory to Mexico if it would become allies and attack the US, it was last straw. I thought the actual event that really drove the Americans in was Lusitania. I know the Germans unrelenting U-boat warfare. I can't remember the term for it. If you know what, yeah, there's unconditional. Basically, they use U-boats to sink everything. There's a term for it. If you can remember what it was called, let me know. Anyway, let's dive in.
I lied about my age and joined up when I was 17. Looking back, I was just a foolish boy looking for glory on the battlefield. The enemy had sunk our ships and tried to turn Mexico against us, and they had to pay. My platoon arrived in France in April of 1918. General Pershing organized our troops. My unit was assigned to a French contingent for training. None of us had any experience with the new way of fighting, and the trench lines were a bit of a shock.
Yeah, it was World War One. And that's the end of the old world, essentially. The end of the old world in terms of empires and such like didn't really kick in until after the Second World War. The First War announced the end of the old world. Bonjour, I am Lieutenant Colonel Andre Laurent. Welcome to France. I understand you're eager to fight, but this is the Western Front. The trenches are no place for the inexperienced. Yeah, things like Passchendaele, the Somme, all things like that and Verdun, places like that stick in the mind when you think of World War One. Unremitting slaughter, horrible conditions. I think it's on Netflix. All Quiet on the Western Front is an amazing film. The top advisor box contains general information or story content, while the lower box contains specific how-to information. The advisor is always on this tutorial, but you can use the options to turn off. Okay, cool. Tick that box. I didn't know it at the time, but Laurent had been in the Battle of the Somme. You could see a kind of distance in his eyes, though he didn't let it show in his voice. Let me know if you're familiar with the Somme. The Somme I think, it was meant to be a joint campaign between the British and the French. It was a great push in 1916. But then when the French couldn't commit because of Verdun, the British was basically it turned into an attempt to distract the Germans from Verdun, because Verdun was sucking the French in, and there was lots of death basically. But if you're familiar with the French trenches, not the French, the German trenches were much deeper, and they were much better than the Allied trenches. So when the British shelled the German trenches, they expected it to be completely levelled and be nobody left. So they all basically walked over in full backpack into German machine gun fire and got slaughtered. Yeah, okay, cool. Up with that. This is a theatre map which depicts the Western Front, including regions in Belgium, France, Luxembourg and Germany. Each region shows the current controlling faction. Okay. The map is divided into hexagonal areas called regions. All regions in the map begin under the control of either the Allied or the defensive powers. Allies regional hexes are highlighted in blue. The central power axes are highlighted in red. Alright, it's very faint. They're very difficult to tell. But yeah, you can just about see it. Tick. I will be blunt. The Russian treaty with the Germans has freed up nearly 50 divisions of German infantry to transfer to the Western Front. Your men are needed to shore up the line and push back against this new threat. Excuse me. The front line is where combat happens. Regions can initiate attacks on adjacent hexes. As you capture or lose regions, the front line will adjust positions. Okay. Our civilians see the German spring offensive as something to worry about. A worrying civilian is one who does not support the war and begins doubting that we can win, even talk about surrender. National will represents a feeling of home nations towards the war, how likely they are to enlist, buy war bonds or support the war effort general. National will is one way to win the game. The first faction to push enemy to zero, national will wins. Okay, press start even. Whilst the army can't worry about the feelings of civilians, the threat of new German manpower is not something to dismiss. If we are not vigilant, there we go, Germany could reach Paris. The second way to win the game is to capture the region containing the faction's command HQ. For the Allies, the command HQ is Paris. Central powers, it's Kreuznach. Apologies if I butchered pronunciation of that. Let me know if you try the demo for this. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know, because again, it's been a while since I played a good grand strategy game. So let me know what kind of other kind of games like this you'd recommend as well. But Paris is still a long way from the front lines, and you'll never let Germany get close. You can move the camera to WASD, do arrow keys, middle mouse, usual stuff. Now move the camera left to select Paris. Okay. Germany can try and reach Paris, but we'll never let them through. We'll make sure that your American forces are trained to aid us in this defence. That was a turning point when the Americans turned up. Regional stars. Each region has a defence rating measured in stars. You can attack a region, achieving a great victory, moves 1 star. Once the final star is removed, the region becomes yours. 1 star regenerates per turn for the owning faction, as long as no combat occurs in the region. So if you start an attack on a region, you've got to see it through, otherwise you've wasted your time, essentially. What that system. Let me know what you think. Because if you attack it, and then don't attack it, if you take a star but don't attack and finish your attack off, it gets its star back, which means you kind of wasted and attack them. Paris is also a central hub for new recruits and manufactured munitions, including tanks and aircraft. Some regions have inherent bonuses or features. Paris, for example, has both the command recruit bonus, which designates us at a win condition, and the deployment bonus, which also means new French troops can begin in this region. Okay. Deployment phase, okay. Tick the box. So we can deploy. Oh, I deployed here when acquired. Okay. Our forces beginning Paris to be deployed to the front line. Once we get you organised, your men will be deployed in the same fashion. Military units can be moved on the map. Units can have different names but act in the same way. For example, infantry corps and tank battalion are both units. Each unit contains a section of smaller groups called a company. The type of companies found in a unit is not always the same. For example, infantry corps can contain multiple infantry types and artillery. Okay, so French Air Wing, tank battalion, and then you've got infantry corps, which contains. How do you actually get? That contains both British and French. Okay. It'd be nice if you could. Okay, maybe it'd be interesting if you could actually click on what each of these figures mean, what each of the unit cards mean. But anyway, tick. It seems that this will trial by fire. I've hoped to have some time for draws, but orders. Prepare yourselves. Objective events are optional requests that grant a reward if completed within a time limit. There's objective events are just one type of event that occurs during a campaign. In terms of the German assault, French command requests that the newly arrived Americans move up to reinforce French forces located at Chateau, Thierry. You've seen the orders. With the influx of new German forces, there are too many gaps in the line. Your job is to fill them. In the campaign, there are no penalties for failure to complete an objective event other than not receive the reward. In general, the rewards will be worth the effort, but you can ignore them if you want to. Useful. So view the objective. Move 3 American infantry corps to Chateau and move 2 French tank battalions there as well. Gold, national will, got 1 turn. View the objective. So we go here. So if I go here, I can compare it. Oh, there we go. Our forces have been fighting bravely, but they have little rest or peace for a long time. I'm sure your reinforcements will welcome sight to them all. You must achieve victory. You must achieve a victory of great victory level in combat to move the star from region. When a region is lost, any defenders will retreat to the nearest defender region, but units such as siege artillery cannot be moved in a retreat and will be lost. Okay, we have designated Le Moreau region as a staging ground for American forces. Any new American forces will begin there. We can see them there. Remember, each nation has its own deployment region for bringing nutrients and supplies. They're shown in the bonus section of the regional in the region selection pane. The deployment regions are Kreuznach for Germany, Paris for France, Calais for Britain, and Le Moreau for the Americans. Okay, our logistics people keep the unit types together for ease of reference. However, thoughtful distribution of forces is necessary for victory. Units are displayed on the map as stacks for your stacks of 4 troop types: infantry, tanks, aircraft, siege artillery. All present units are shown in the region pane. Unit will add it to the units to move. Select 3 infantry corps in the region. Okay, so we've got. Click on them.
We have new orders.
It's a move. Okay. Our orders are clear. Move these infantry Chateau and move to enforce French. Right click on the target. I think automatically. Okay, so.
Move out.
Okay. If the units are of the same track, if they different nationality, which is a national. Okay. Select Thierry on. Select Chateau Thierry. Alright. Despite the language barrier, soldiers seem to get along. Your soldiers will be tired from the transfer, so have defensive duty only for now. Units can either move or attack once per turn. Units can defend whether they're moved or attacked. But if you initiate attack, only the units that haven't moved can participate. You cannot attack from a single region more than once per turn. Okay. I had a little French from high school, but learning a language in a classroom was a whole lot different than being surrounded by it. The common soldiers seemed to get on great, but the officers seemed frustrated. They would exchange information, coordinate attacks, but they wouldn't take orders from each other. Allied forces have to deal with the concept of disunity of command. Certain nationalities gain reduced morale when stacked together. So pour a cup of tea while we're talking. There are 3 groups. British, Canadian. There are 3 groups. British, Canadian, Australian and Indian form Group 1. France Group 2, America Group 3. If units from more than one group are in the same region, all the units suffer morale penalty. Belgium can stack Groups 1 and 2. Central Pass do not apply. That's a bit of a bugger, isn't it? So basically you want to try and keep everybody together where you can do. If you're unsure of your orders, remember to check your logbook. There we go. The event log shows a list of active events and their duration. Click on the individual events will display the event pop-up. Click on the explanation icon. Will list an active and complete commands. Okay, view objective. Okay. Let's click on power. Realise it will take time for heavy armament to get across the Atlantic. For now, they're liberty of requisitioning some of our tanks for your use. I thought the British were the only ones that had the tanks. Let me know on that. I thought it was the British had the tanks. I didn't really want to aware that the tanks were developed by France, or were they British tanks given to the French? And again, let me know if you know the answer to that question. Tanks of all types are stacked together, similar to infantry. Remember, you can select the entire stack. Okay, so select the individual tank. Where? Here we go. French Air Wing. Okay. Move the tank for. Okay. The tanks on the way have completed the orders as given. Well done. All in all, you have made a good first impression with the people of France. You have a long way to go before this war's over. Once you have completed the objectives, you get the reward. So, Chapter 2, Preparation for Battle. Okay. It's fairly comprehensive tutorial at the moment. It's not giving me access to much else, mind you, but the tutorial is fairly comprehensive. Now, where were we now? Commander's granted us gold reserves for completing the order. This is a vital resource used by officers to requisition all manner of necessary items needed for the global theatre. So basically, we complete events, we get gold, we can spend that gold on stuff. So we've got gold reserves, and I'm assuming this is going to be for research, global supply. Battle each which can draw from this bank per battle using a supply pipeline with this amount limited to what its supply depth can hold. Global supply must be purchased with gold reserves. Okay. Earn gold, buy supply, I reckon. Gold reserves are used for all purchases on the third command level. It allows you to purchase units such as tanks, aircraft, region structures, and use strategic abilities. One of the most important uses is to purchase supply for battles. You are granted the additional gold reserves at the start of each turn. Okay. As this was our first assault orders, we would be going over the top to assault the enemy line with felt excitement, fear, nerve tension, confusion swirling in our guts. In 1 month we would face the fact some of us weren't going home. Most objective events do not need to be completed on the turn they are assigned. You usually have 3 to 5 turns to complete them. It's always a good idea to assess the situation to determine your best attack. View the objective and close or accept the event, which will be selected. Okay. So French command believes a victory at Chateau. If I pronounce it, I'm pronouncing these wrong, so I do apologise. We will pull German forces to that location and relieve some of the pressure on Chateau. Thierry. Well, anyway. And again, I apologise for butchering the French language. A good outcome here could also give his people back home some opportunities. Reinforce your French at Montmoral, capture Châtillon-sur-Marne. Alright, so no battle takes place without proper recon works. While we perform aerial reconnaissance of our territory, the information can grow stale. Sector in the region displays lots of information for enemy regions. However, most of that information is hidden from you. You will not be able to see it, the exact home position or economic detail initially. Okay. Select Montreal. Some of our best intel comes from spies in the area. Our operatives can scout out information we need to rely to command. Right now we need more information about the enemy strength. Espionage missions allow you to send spies to the connected enemy territories. Okay. Right, so select army intel ability. So I'm going, hang on, so here we are, so army intel button. Success. So now we know they've got our spies report large build of German troops, more than we knew about. Active army intel, as you see, exact unit counts and types, while the active region allows you to see the enemy structures, economic information. The numbers below the icon show how many turns his ability remains active for that region. So they've got 4 infantry corps, they've got 6 infantry corps, and they've got 1 tank battalion. Again, I didn't think the Germans had any kind of tanks worth note, apart from these massive great big things that weren't really much fit for. But again, let me know if I'm wrong on that one. The innovation changes the plan somewhat. We'll need to bolster our forces with the remaining American troops in the Marais for us to succeed. Remember, you can select the entire stack. Okay, so select the remaining Americans and get them over there, basically. So where are we sending them? So, Le Marais. So, you lot.
Stand by for orders.
And then
We're moving.
there we are, in. Click on the purchase menu. Takes time for the ships to arrive from America with heavy ordnance. In the meantime, use French tanks to supply your army. Each unit you purchase will contain multiple companies or wings. Remember, the like infantry units purchased from the menu can be completely destroyed in combat. If that happens, you will have to purchase replacements. Click and button to purchase. Okay. Close the purchase menu. Simple enough. Alright, I come through. Blam, that was quick. And send it to there. Okay. Click on the aircraft stack in Paris. And that's easy enough. Supply instructions, that was simple enough. So far, so simple. I do like how everything's simple. Probably not going to stay that way, but at the moment everything's really simple. Select Montreal. Okay. Montreal. Siege unique units that do not appear in the battlefield. Instead, they allow you to use siege bombardment in battles. They do not affect unity of this unity of command. Okay. Just as we depend on spies to get information, so does the enemy. To that end, we should set up counterintelligence to prevent them from learning about our offensive. Let's counterintelligence. Missions do not suffer from risk. It always works. Okay. You've been using gold reserves to bolster your troops and add firepower to the lines. On the battlefield, however, supplies needed, not gold. Soldier without information or bandages is a soldier who cannot fight. An artillery cannon, yeah, that's we look at that. Supplies currently used is the currency used during battle. Supplies used to build trenches and other defences, to call in reinforcements and to activate abilities such as artillery fire and air missions. It made sense. Our packs contain our essentials, rounds of ammunition, some first aid supplies and hygiene necessities. Well, there's no way we could carry enough ammunition for an extended battle. Supply trucks bring in what we needed, but if there were more permanent storage solution, we could fight without worry. Each unit on a strategic map, with the exception of siege artillery, grants a set amount of supply to the region, which is refreshed for each battle. Regional supply. There we are. Well, yeah, and that is a supply pipeline. Okay, allow us to store what we need in combat in a safe location. Keep it in reserve for the region. Without them, you can only use what your supply your troops carry with them. Okay. Supply depots allow you to pull from the global supply bank to supplement the supply from your units. If essential, they're essential if you want to bring in. Click on the supply button on the supply depot. Oh, here we are. This one here. Okay. I don't know why, but seeing that depot secured behind the ridge gave me a feel of security. We knew at least we weren't going to lose this battle because we ran out of bullets. Nothing to worry about. There are 6 different structures available in the campaign, each with its own bonus. All of them have multiple. Okay, so you got. This is what you got. So you got these lot here. Okay. Defensive battles. Okay. I believe, well, as per it can be, once our troops have rested in position, we will begin the battle. We can defend if the enemy attacks, but for now, await further orders. You are dismissed. Okay. Turn-based. You can take as many actions as you like during your turn. Once you have done everything you want to do, click the turn button. The turn indicator will switch to the enemy, and he will be able to perform any same action. Cool. I like that. That's fantastic. This is end of turn. Well, let's do anything else. Okay. Did not sleep or stand idle as a month passed by. They go to business of war just as we do. The enemy are saying the available actions you do. It will. Yep. Okay. Okay. Your ability to see the enemy AI opposed doing will depend on how you've used your espionage missions. For the most part, you will be able to see that the AI is doing something, but not what. Cool. Our spies caught enemy spies attempt to gain intel similar to the AI use espionage abilities on the turn. So remember, counter intel on the staging grounds and important targets. Okay. Once I've learned that the increased spy activity usually means enemies probing for a good reason. Our officers knew this turn were preparing for an attack. Just like to play the area, we'll probe espionage. Happen, okay. Because between there and there, okay. We are under attack. The AI can attack your territories on this turn, which will put you on a defensive each front, the line between the axes. Okay. Knowing what forces you and your enemy have before the battle is key to planning an effective or attack or defensive strategy. When you're always able to see each side's total morale on what you're bringing to battle, you'll only be able to see exactly what the enemy is bringing if you have an active army intel espionage mission. Okay. Okay. Battle fatigue. So it looks like we're fairly even. Our recon teams were efficient. Between Grazgats and recon, we had at least some idea what the Germans could throw at us. Without dedicated spies, we could only get numbers, not details. They could have conscripts, or there could be stormtroopers. We only know what when the flows begin to flow. The deployment pane will show you a great deal of information about the upcoming battle, including region, who is the attacker, and special modifiers. One of the most important things is available supply, which is broken down into corp supply, your supply drawer. Remember that without a supply depot in the region, you will draw zero. Your supply will be zero. Okay, so we remember. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, take that. The army has an inside strategy and logistics team to tell us likely outcome of the battle before it happened based on the unit current intel. One thing the team will never quantify was human spirit. A good leader can divide the odds and win the day. The auto-resolve likely outcome shows you the range of win levels your battle will fall into if you auto-resolve. Auto-resolve simulates a battle based on the force numbers of random elements. The more even the battle, the better it is to fight the battle. Yes, yeah, basically that's a no-brainer. This is it. We will meet them on the battlefield. They will not take this ground. The attacker must pay a supply cost to initiate a battle, while defence is free. The attacker always has the option to cancel an attack before it begins. The defender concede the battle, taking the loss without casualty. Okay, so basically it's in two halves. Basically, you've got the map-based game, what we looked at now, and then you've got the actual battle we're gonna see now. Okay. So we've got French troops, and we've got British artillery and French tanks. One of the French towns to receive the Legion d'Honneur was seen its share of battles in both the Napoleonic Wars and World War One. Forces available. We've got the Americans as well. Okay. Wait for it to come through. So we just know it's got 9 corps. We know what they've exactly what they've got. Continue. Welcome to the front line. I'm Adjutant Chef Garner. The Colonel Laurent has spoken highly of you Americans, your ability to get things done. All battles begin with the pre-battle phase that allows you to set your trench lines, initiate troop placements before starting the actual battle. The map is divided into 3 sections. Each faction has their home territory where they can build and deploy between them. There's no man's land where nothing can be built. Okay. Feel free to look around, get your bearings. A battle soon be upon us. So get familiar territory will furnish it to you. The camera controls on the battlefield are the same as they were in the theatre map. In addition, you can click on the mini map in the right hand corner to jump to any part of the battlefield. Okay. Hello, Chris Scott. So we've got all these different. Okay. Over here, there were already some trenches in place when we arrived. You can tell some of them have been there longer than others by how well they've been built. Some were dirt walls barely held in place by planks. Others had wood walls and concrete reinforcement. On your first time fighting on a specific location, the battle will begin with a few pre-placed trenches. You are free to use them or replace them as you see fit. Any trenches you build will remain in place in all future battles in that location, unless you're destroyed or you lose control of the region, which is fair enough. Okay. Let's go here. Looking around, the soldiers were even digging more trenches attached to the early ones. We saw artillery cannons being wheeled in along with carts of ammunition everywhere. Okay. Objectives such as Objects such as weapon placements, artillery batteries, and observation balloons and barbed wire do not persist between battles. They'll need to be built each time. We've automatically added a few to this battle to save time. Okay. Our aerial recon patrols have been working to bring us information on the German lines. We can't completely rely on that information, however, as the delivery days make the observations stale. Just like a pair, enemy trenches also persist between battles and can be updated during the pre-battle phase. This means that your knowledge of the enemy lines from battle to battle can become outdated. Use scouts or observation balloons to view the enemy lines. Can reduce casualties. Okay. A good trench layout serves two purposes, although not always at the same time. First, it provides a staging ground for assaults on the enemy lines. Second, it provides defensive information to protect your key positions and personnel. Command points are primary focus of battle, with the goal being to secure as many as possible control points. Okay. Taking the French veterans, we learn lesson to be in a trench as much as possible, whether on your own or in enemies. You could use your own trench against them to sort the key positions. Okay. Control points have capture radiuses, and you can view by hovering the mouse and flag. Our infantry can capture a control point, but only infantry can capture a control point, but infantry can be in and out of the trench when doing so. Okay. Right, we're standing in the command trench, the most nerve-centre operation on this part of the front. Such key position must be protected at all costs. Command trenches are special control points that can only be captured by entering the trench itself. Okay, that's fair enough. The command trench was a busy place, machines constantly running in and out, orders were given and received, and maps were studied and decisions made. Losing this place, the enemy would be a huge blow on the battlefield. Infantry assigned to command trench are completely immune to damage from the outside. In addition, command trench is immune to siege artillery blasts. However, infantry stationed inside cannot fire at the targets outside the trench. Okay. His assignment will be in ensuring about damaged defences. On our right flank by position, I took some damage in the last battle. I needed men to repair and reinforce there. Building and deploying troops requires supply. The total supply you have in a battle is determined by the number of units at supply depot level in the region. 25% of your total available supply is reserved for when that battle starts. You always have supply for artillery, fire and reinforcements. Okay. Engineers can categorise things for you so that you know what's available for use. We have multiple types of trenches, serve different purposes. You must familiarise yourself with them. Okay, so you've got basic firing trench, improved firing trench, advanced firing trench, blockhouse trench, highly reinforced, covered trench. Can't be stood. Okay. In general terms, trenches protect your infantry from harm and allow them to move around the battlefield securely. Okay, so. Okay. Firing trench allow your infantry to fire on incoming enemies while remaining safe. Rank the trenches based on the protection value, material costs. The firing trenches have three basic types: basic, improved and advanced. All of them provide immunity to rifle fire and limited protection from shells. The better the trench, the more protection it offers. Click on the improved trench. Once you have chosen the type of trench to build, locate the region. The engineers will dig it for you, of course. This is quite a portion of supply. So where am I putting it? By clicking into placement mode, you can place the trench in a valid location. Trench will turn red for invalid locations. Done that. Okay, build another improved trench. Where? That's a $1 million question. Where though? Where do I build another improved trench? Okay. Well done. Building trenches allow you to get protection while your men move around. And you upgrade previously placed trenches by. You can upgrade previously at a higher level. Okay. You You can't downgrade trench with clicking X. Okay. Well, protection is primary goal of trench, so its movement. Communication trenches allow your men to move swiftly between, basically move around a lot. Communication attempt to just connect lines of trenches, providing quick transition between them. Hang on. Okay, support structure. Trenches are the only thing engineers can build. Weapon, they can build gun emplacements. Basically, click on them. G nest. Place 2 additional G nests. Okay, engineers can reinforce your weapon placements if you feel the need, but will dig heavily into supply. Both machine guns and mortars have 2 versions, standard and reinforced. Reinforced has much higher health pool resistance. Okay. Barbed wire to do. Okay, so barbed wire is that there. Razor wire is more deadly. Cousin to barbed wire, razor wire acts exactly some barbed wire additional damage to enemies passing through. Okay, balloons, click the observation balloon, objects, command cap. Okay, a command structure on the front line is word of mouth, a messenger. Okay, it's limited to how many units you can place onto the battlefield at one time. The current unit's 30, though it can change in game modes. Weapon emplacements and balloon aircraft do not reduce command cap. Infantry tanks or artillery do. You can track all companies currently deployed to get a better hand of the orders. If a unit uses command cap, it appears in the unit tray in the bottom and the centre of the screen. Each company represented by a portrait. Click on the portrait will select that company, while double clicking will centre the company. Okay. The artillery batteries on mobile companies do not require specialised men to fire them. Okay. The units are placed while the mobile can use multiple abilities. Okay. They are very powerful and they are more expensive to field than infantry. Heavy artillery is primarily used to cause damage. All the various shells can be designed to destroy while they're okay. Heavy artillery has the 3 abilities: precision barrage for default damage, poison gas for area denial, and airburst shells to damage targets in trenches. Okay. Where do I want to put you then? Place a heavy mission. Put him. Okay. Maybe not put it between the 2 lines. I'm probably not the best way to place it, putting it. Click on the troop deployment tab. We don't want our men milling about outside the trenches. Each companies cause less to supply to deploy in battle, but they must be placed in trenches. In addition, infantry placed during the battle may be subject to artillery siege barrages. Okay, so for the Allies faction, infantry companies have a national bonus which grants unique modifiers. You can use this to set companies and view the info pane or tooltip. These bonuses are something considered deploying troops. Countries now, it seems that most of them are knackered for something that was a cultural thing. The French were very efficient with their supply, since they're fighting their own country, while our boys took tanks like ducks towards the British were crack shots. Okay. Alright, so basically, yes, if you look at the ability, it'll give you an idea what to do with them. That's fair enough. Let me know. I'm interested to know how many of you who've played this have gone through the tutorial, and how many have just dived into the game and took a chance with it. Germany said do not have national bonuses. Germany can use conscript infantry and other variations. Infantry button. Okay. Place American into a trench.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. Place 7 more infantry in total.
Reinforcements reporting. Reinforcements ready. We've arrived and await orders. Looks like we're late to the party.
246.
Reporting for duty.
Play 7 more evoking in trenches. Good start.
Reinforcements reporting.
Okay, infantry companies are generally all-purpose. They can attack, defend, and capture. However, sometimes they necessarily bring in specialist jobs. Specialist companies, size of make for but health and more than normal troops. The two raiders or grenadiers for Germans and flamethrowers for stormtroopers and flamethrowers for stormtroopers for Germans. Both are good at clearing trenches. Click on the American Raider button. Two American Raiders. Raiders are few troops can be entrenched. Enemy can find a trench. However, they're vulnerable long range fire.
Reporting for duty.
Okay.
Reinforcements reporting.
I believe our land's sufficiently manned now. We will hold back the rest of our men as reinforcements come, so they can react once the battle starts. As with infantry tanks that cost less to place in pre-battle phase, unlike infantry, they cannot come placed anywhere. Okay. As siege batteries have been moved from this battlefield to cover another portion of the front, we will have to do without this encounter. Pre-battle is available to you if you have siege artillery. Okay. Cost and suffice. Best to use when if you're attacker and plan an advanced assault. Okay. I believe the men are ready, as they'll ever be. Okay. How you spend your supply pre-battle is a key element of this game. Any supply you do not spend in pre-battle will be added to the reserve once the battle starts. The most balanced need. You must balance the need to have defense built defense is built pre-battle and the need for reinforcements artillery. Okay. Begin battle. Okay. There's a lot of focus into that. Continue. Okay. We received warning that the Germans will likely attack soon. Get your men into position. Okay. So there's nothing. If they attack on here, we've had it. Okay. Receive warning that the attack. During the transition to the tactical battle pass, all objectives you have placed built are now deployed. Your men will man the normally the battle clock begins counting down, but we have paused it, and it will actually do even if gameplay resumes. Time to react. Okay. Pre-battle includes any siege bombardments. Okay. Okay. Potential. Our strategy for use information to determine how the battle will go. The red central bars and blue bars stop at the top of the screen. The combat potential both sides related to each other. But units to supply. A longer bar means more available firepower than your opponent. As units are defeated, supply is spent, the bars will deplete show. Okay. Many other factors into winning a battle. The skill at giving orders, technological advantages, avoids level meter. Rates of any potential victory. Great loss, great victory. The pointer will adjust based on the scores on both sides. Pointer reach victory level, achieve if it's ceasefire. You'll need to achieve if it's ceasefire. Good one. Okay. Let's up. We'll find the current control points. Okay. Jump to control point A. Okay. Multiple locations in our territory that have been designated tactical important locations, but protected at all costs. Only have a similar location and should be captured. Okay. Every control point has a meter outside, around the outside, so that shows the current owner. You can test as long as it. Okay. Right. Once you catch a control point, you move into a company within the capture radius. The more companies have in the area, the faster the meter will fill. The meter will halt if enemy are in the area. You must fill the meter tied to before leaving the area. Okay. Point locations are used to coordinate reinforcement positions. To a point influences the area of the map. To a point that is lost or contested cannot be reinforced from. Okay. We also wait at key positions away from the battlefield. We have mapped specific routes into the area. Each region is tied to a reinforcement point. As soon as on the minimap, if you capture an enemy control point that links to site reinforcement points, then you can use those to reinforce your troops. Okay. Alright, okay. Click on the main infantry button. Place 2 more American infantry. I'm going to put 1. Okay,
Reinforcements ready.
and...
We've arrived and await orders.
Okay. So command point, okay. Reinforcements on their way, make sure they're properly defend, they properly behind defensive when they arrive. You can go into there. I could really run a tunnel between these two, but anyway. Okay. Commands such as movement phase. Okay. Sometimes it's wise to step back, pause, look at the battlefield. However, right time is the essence. Game speed. Click play and watch your troops arrive. Where's play? Oh, there. Okay. Watch your troops enter the battlefield. A map before continuing. Okay. Okay.
Ready yourselves.
Hang on.
Attention. On the line. We have new orders. Take firing position.
Go through route or closest mustering point. Infantry companies dealt in column formation when called in fast vulnerable from. But it is a fast vulnerable formation. Column formation is defensive, but so to move. Watch your troops move into. Okay. I'll tick the box. Formation is information of vital source. You cannot shoot. You cannot shoot what we cannot see. We cannot plan for zero attack. Units and structural placement. Okay. Raise a balloon. Okay. Okay, there they are. To remember that heavy artillery is good for damage on enemy target point, select heavy artillery. Okay, so that's as far as it can go. Precision bombing. Okay, to do all these info panel contain the basic information. Select precision. Infantry. Watch your 35 for continuing. I've just basically bombed nothing, basically. That's a bit pointless. Not quite with the range though. Nice. Watch incoming artillery fire. Okay. Okay, they're in their firing trait position. Okay. Okay, so infantry company of a health bar, morale bar. Health bar shows the troops left. Okay, selected damaged low morale unit.
We have new orders.
Okay. Get the withdraw button. Why am I doing that? There's nothing wrong with him.
Stand by for orders.
Okay. Observe the battlefield. Keep your eyes placed on activity. I see enemy movement if all units, balloons of teals in the area. Observe the battlefield. Okay. There's something going on there. Where are they going? Normally, enemy units in trenches can't be seen, moving less infantry in the trenches. Raised balloons can see into trenches from much further away. Okay. Trench movement. For safety and speed, garrison troops prefer moving through connected trenches. Select a raider for clicking the unit tray.
New orders incoming.
Click on an open trench and move them into it.
Take the trench.
Okay, as long as the detect distance passports finish remaining trenches. Okay. Observe the rolling enemy barrage. Okay. Ooh, that didn't look too healthy. Nice. Well, not nice. Over the top. Seems over the top. First leaving the trenches. This action causes lots of casualties. Green mortars automatically fire at the closest target. You can manually choose targets by selecting them. Okay. Tick. Artillery is very useful, but shows how expensive to produce and transport. You must weigh the cost of firing the effective shots plan. Depending on the enemy attack, you will need to decide if units can stop the attack before it arrives. Okay. Fire step to positions. Firing trenches have two positions. The fire step left banner you can reserve the right and reserve only the fire step position can find income enemies. You can swap the trench position. Okay. Along the fire line, open fire, defeat. Okay. So if I go into. Okay, so hang on. So go back a bit. Firing on trenches. So left banner position. That's fine anyway. Okay. Defeat the incoming wave of enemy. Okay. Well, this is literally what it was like. Literally just a complete cavalry charge. Oh my god, there's loads of them. Gun them down. They can't get past our barbed wire. It's a complete slaughter. Okay. Here comes the enemy barrage. Swap trench positions. You can use the to suppress enemies to fire back at you unless you try and. Default abilities of light and heavy artillery will disable the ability. Okay. 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 Incoming shots larger than anticipated. Filled with my tanks. Click on the French tank. Place 2 French tanks. Okay, that's it, sir. Where's it going? There they come. Where's the enemy coming from this time? They should be the same place. Yeah, same place, what's left of them. Okay. They're coming again. Let me know if you tried the tutorial, what you think of it. Is there anything out there?
Stand by for orders. Get ready. Ready the line.
I've got nothing ever, have I? Okay. They're coming at the same position again. They come anywhere else? Nope. That's just that. Not even going to get close to us. It just seems so futile just to attack wave after wave after wave. But that's what World War One were like. It was just a futile marching over the top into certain death. Enemy Estes fighters and bombers have 2 missions to conform. Okay. Probably be wise to get on the radio, click on their support. If their support is available, currently available in the region. Okay.
Ready yourself. Attention. We have new orders. We need to hold this position. We have new orders.
What are you doing? Why didn't you just walk around the corner? Okay, that's not what I want you to do. That's not what I want you to do at all. Get back in your trench.
Ready on the fire step.
Okay. 5 the final wave attack. Just doing that did not what I wanted to do. I'm just conscious that I've got... Well, what I was trying to do was basically get them to withdraw. You need better trenches. I need better trenches at the moment. I've got no control to supply trenches. Where are my tanks gone? Have they been destroyed? Clearly they have. Yeah, that wasn't a great use of my tanks, was it? Really? Attackers opted to ceasefire at the moment. Okay. Germans request a ceasefire. G11. Okay. Ceasefire. Germans have stopped their assault and troops are standing down. We've held our ground. Battle over. We've achieved success, but we've lost the daylight. Click continue button to go debrief. We have pushed the enemy back and taken the ground. The people back home will see this as a success, and hopefully this will press the advantage. This will press upon the need to see that this need to see this war to achieve victory. Interesting. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you tried. I've tried it. Let me know. I'm just keen to see what you think. Okay. After battle, your aides will compile a report. Go to world map. Casualties. Okay. Let's have a look. Losses. So defenders, allies losses 400. Yeah, they lost a lot. Look at the difference in losses. That's typical of trench warfare. See battle detail. Okay, debrief. Let's actually have a look at one of the battles then. The Second Battle of Passchendaele. What remained of Passchendaele when the Canadian forces arrived was a hellish landscape of mud, artillery craters and burnt trees. After gaining a foothold, the Canadians are a completely different thing, executed a multi-phase plan to push the Germans out of what was left of the town. Using simultaneous attacks backed by intricate rolling barrage manoeuvres, the Canadians managed to push the Germans out of the area. The Battle of Passchendaele is remembered by many as a symbol of how horrific war can be, but also as a symbol of national pride for Canada, whose troops were able to achieve a near impossible feat. It's probably this. I have a look at this already, and yeah, it's a challenge. This is a beauty. This is a beauty of this game. You've got your theatre map based.
1917. Dear Mother, I'm writing you on the eve of a great event. Conrad and I wanted to write something down for you while we had the time, and he's occasionally giving me words to add. I can't tell you where we are, but I can tell you it is far less pleasant than the other parts of Belgium I have seen. This place may once have been a fine place to live, but now it is nothing but a tremendous field of cold, wet mud and shell holes filled with water. I have seen many men fall into the mud and need 3 or 4 more men to drag them out. Not a blade of grass or tree remains, and the village that was once here is nothing but a few heaps of bricks. The Germans are well placed behind their ridge. We've been shelling them for days, but they remain resolute. Anyone who looks over the trench for more than a few seconds is shot. Those Germans may be many things, but they are not bad shots. To their credit, they do not seem inclined to fire on our stretcher bearers, who are working tirelessly in the knee-deep mud to bring back the injured. I must conclude this letter now, as our regiment is readying for a sortie on the lines. We must push the Germans away from the ridge and their guns. I pray this letter reaches you, and know that Conrad and I are looking out for each other. I remain your affectionate son, Len.
Gives a more human aspect to the game, that does. Our orders are to capture Passchendaele, control point Z, and hold it. The Germans will not make this easy. Artillery ready to support. This will tap, but make sure you stay on schedule. You have limited supply, command cap, and reserves, but completing objectives will get more. Following behind the rolling barrages will make it easier to capture point Z. If you're fails, if you're able to capture point Z on time. The battle pauses when you are presented with information or choices. Take your time to read. So we're going to take point Z. Artillery bombardment will begin at 6 PM, so study the maps, get some sleep and prepare to follow on schedule. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look. Can I use a map then? So, what have I got? Where are we? Got anything over here at all? Got nothing over here. Support structures. That's point Z, but there's a lot of things in front of us. We haven't got anything. We haven't got to do. No, we can't do that. Inbound artillery siege barrage, artillery inbound. In 0300. Okay. Think the minimap. It seems crazy to do a full frontal assault. Begin the battle. Okay. Heavy field artillery. Okay, let's begin. Canada has promised Britain 550,000 more men. Will you help us keep that promise? War is a series of disasters which will run. I do like these little things. I had one when I was having a look at this earlier on. I do like these little things. Adds a bit more humanity to it all. Okay. Cinematic mode input locked. Pause. Okay. It won't let you do anything when you pause. Half game speed. Okay, so you let me unpause it. Okay. Okay, now what? Okay, that's not what I wanted to see. Okay, great, everything's bloody frozen on me. That's annoying. Nope. Give up.
Belgium, October.
Right, if there's a bit of a cut, the game crashed, so I've rebooted it and started right back to the start. Support structure, building support structures. It won't let us do any. Will it let us do any of that? Training sections. New option repairs blueprints until the transition phase. You remove them. So it's not letting us do that, I assume. Okay. Further defence policy involves loss of initiative or loss of customer events. I do like these. I do like these. I do like these little cutscenes. Okay. 7-minute mode input locked. Raising balloons to coordinate targets and come bar. Stand by. It's where do we attack? This problem is kind of where do we go? Rolling bars, you're prepared to follow.
We have new orders. Stand by for orders. Ready yourselves. We need to hold this position. Move out. Attention! We're moving. We have new orders. Get moving. We have new orders. On the line. Stand by for orders. Take firing positions. Ready yourselves. Ready on the fire step. We're lost. Arms up, boys. Get in position. Retreat. We have new orders. Ready on the line. We surrender.
I'm not sure how we're meant to get into this position. We're getting absolutely shot to bits here.
The brass wants this piece of ground. Run.
But to follow. Well, I've got nothing to follow with though.
Be ready, boys. Stand by for orders. New orders incoming.
I think I've gone too late here.
Ready for fire orders.
Room in the trenches, still a lot of casualties. We can't maintain a secure line without reinforcements.
Reporting for duty. Reinforcements reporting. Reinforcements ready. Ready yourselves. On the line. Attention. It's too much. Firing positions. Raise the white flag. Back to the rear.
I don't see. Again, this is difficult.
Orders. Put your weapons down. Ready on the fire step. We can't win this.
No, we can't win it. Okay. Well, Bosch press to follow.
Stand by for orders. We need to hold this position.
Be right on top of it.
Move. Location confirmed.
Okay.
Get moving. We need to go. Take the trench.
Okay. Have we timed it right this time? We have, haven't we? We have. We've timed it about right.
We surrender. Reinforcements reporting. Reinforcements ready.
Put your weapons down!
Get ready. With speed.
No, 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 no. Stay.
Don't shoot!
Attention. Ready for orders. New orders incoming.
Okay. Let's get you lot.
We have
Get you lot to go that way.
stand by for
Take
orders.
positions!
Get ready.
Get in position!
Okay, the rest of you
Stand by for
get
orders.
get rolling barrage out of it.
We hold here. Get in position.
Okay. German trenches there, so
Arms up, boys. We surrender.
right. Everybody,
Raise on the line. Attention.
Dig in, boys!
Ready for orders. Put your weapons down.
right again. Just follow the trench lines, you clowns.
We can't win this. Ready for action. Arms up, boys. We have arrived at await orders.
Arms up, boys!
Looks like we're late to the party.
We surrender!
Tactical retreat. Don't just go to expend your supply. Continue battle.
We have new orders. Take firing positions.
Where's the command trench?
Ready on the fire step. We have new orders.
Point Z. You lot, get ready.
Incoming.
Go this way into this trench.
Stand by for orders. Get in position.
Okay. Follow. I don't want to follow. I want to get out of his way. You want to get there before the rolling barrage gets there.
Stand by for orders. We surrender.
Stoic defeat. So failed. So Z. Okay. Let's try that one again, shall we? Don't let you do it. There we go. Okay. So you can't just charge up and take them. But you want to stop the rolling barrage, because the rolling barrages hit your own people. I suppose then you have to accept you're going to lose a lot of people, I suppose. Can you redirect the rolling barrages? So the next, yeah, it's a tour. The tutorial is good. I did a tutorial, but I suppose it's basically go back and finish off the attacking part, I presume. Continue.
Belgium.
We've seen this already. Okay. Yeah. That's control point Z. So we need to take this little quadrant here. Okay. Point Z. Okay. So if we take this bit here, because what else have they got around us? If we went this way around, is there anything around us at all? Trick deployment. They're deployed already. We can't. Okay. Begin. Again, do like these. Do like these little things.
Load them up. Set positions.
Oh, right, yes, okay, right, got you. Precision barrage. Where's point Z gone? Where are we? Okay, so I want you.
Prep for barrage. We have our targets. Be ready, boys. Load for suppressing barrage. Fire. Ready for fire orders. Load for area barrage. Fire on that position. Load them up. Prep for rolling barrage. Start
Ah, I do like this now.
positions. Rolling barrage coordinates set. Load for rolling barrage. Fire all guns.
Right, okay.
Ready yourselves. On the double now. Attention. We hold this ground. We have new orders. We have new orders. This position is ours. Stand by for orders. We need to hold this position. Ready yourselves. The brass wants this piece of ground. Attention. Ready on the line.
Cover.
Teams ready. Suppression barrage order. Targets. Put your weapons down. Hold your fire. We have new orders. Win this. On the line. Arms up, boys. New orders. We surrender. Stand. Take firing positions.
Okay.
Raise the white flag.
Orders to take out their pilot.
Ready for fire orders. Incoming order for rolling barrage. Suppress at that location. Load them up. Check coordinates for barrage. Fire on that position. Let the barrels cool. Let them rest. Set positions. Suppression fire ordered. The barrage. Let them rest. Pull the guns.
Okay.
Reporting for duty. Reinforcements reporting. Reinforcements ready. We have arrived and await orders.
Okay.
Teams ready. Set for barrage. Fire all guns. You ready, boys? We have rolling barrage or... We have our targets.
Okay.
Here we go.
We hold here. Ready yourselves. Ready on the fire step.
Okay.
Ready for fire orders. Load light suppression shells. Attention! Move out. Get in position. Load them up. Ready full barrage. Fire on that position. We have new orders. We can't win this.
Okay.
Keep your eyes open.
Arms up, boys. We have new orders. Ready on the line. Stand by for orders. We surrender. Raise the white flag. Ready yourselves. Attention! Put your weapons down. Take firing positions. We can't win this. Set positions. Load for suppressing barrage. Start the barrage. Teams ready. Suppression barrage. Fire ordered. All guns. You ready, boys? boys.
keep the firing up.
Location. We have our targets.
Okay.
We have new orders. Ready on the fire step. We have new orders. Get in position.
Okay. Let's get more. Let's get some more.
Ready for orders. Reporting for duty.
Looks like we're late to the party. We surrender. Reporting for duty.
Tactical trick. Continue the battle.
Stand by for orders. Ready yourselves. Get moving. Attention.
Okay. Barrage. You look at moving.
Ready for fire order. We have new orders. We have new orders. Ready on the line.
Okay. You lot get up there.
Raise the white flag. Put your weapons down.
Get ready. Take positions.
Stand by for orders. On the line.
We captured it. How do I actually get into this thing to capture it? Is that the command trench there? Where is it? Okay, they're coming there.
Attention.
With Z. Meter must be full.
Ready for orders. Move. Get in position. Raise the white flag.
We get more reinforcements to come through.
Reinforcements reporting.
Okay.
Put your orders incoming. Dig in, boys. Don't shoot. Stand by for orders. Take the trench.
So I don't know how to capture the trench. Again, if we look at the situation, it says we have to click point Z, but he won't let us do it. It's difficult. One more go. One more go. Okay. Let me know what you think. What am I doing wrong? Because I'm catching the trench. I'm catching it. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But then when I'm getting there, I'm not doing anything else. I'm not doing anything else when I get there. I'm getting to the trenches. I'm holding the trenches, but then I'm not doing anything else. So what do I else do? What do I need to do? I'm enjoying it. I am actually really enjoying it, even though I'm doing terribly. Yeah, let me know in the comments what I'm doing wrong, because I'm clearly doing something wrong. That's a fault to see.
Belgium.
Cutscene, we know. Okay. This is point Z. Okay, let's just alright, so we need to catch a point Z. Okay, so let's have a look. So this is point Z. This area here. So I have to capture this area here, okay, which I'm presuming is all this stuff here. Alright, the air can be coming in for the emitter must be completely full to convert to your side. It will reveal to visual part of the point. Cannot be contested if both factions are in range. The battle clock will pause and points are contested. So we've got to clear everybody out from this. So we've basically got to clear this entire area. Okay. Alright, okay, I think I get it now. So we're taking this part, it's kind of like we need to take this entire complex. Can we get it? What's on point B? We can't redeploy to point B. We could. We could go point B and then attack from point B. All right, let's begin the battle. Okay. Nation of 70 million can suffer, but it can't die. Okay. Pause. Okay. Alright, okay, so what I want to do is this. That's point Z there. We know there's a lot in there. We've got to take both diamonds. Both the diamond and the heart. Because that's what it looks like. We've got to take both sides to win it. So we've basically got to take everybody out, basically. So
Load them up. Set positions. For barrage. Fire.
let's go half game speed.
Teams ready. Load for area barrage. Fire on that position. You ready, boys? Suppression fire order. Start the barrage. Ready for fire orders. Load them up. Load light suppression fire shells. All guns.
Okay. Let's get you lot ready.
Ready yourselves. Attention. We have new orders.
I do everybody in this coordinate like this.
New orders. Stand by for orders. We hold this ground.
Okay.
Ready yourselves. Attention. We need to go. On the double now. Move out. We're moving. Set positions. Teams ready. Load for suppressing barrage. We have our targets. You ready, boys? Suppression barrage ordered. We have new orders.
Okay.
For fire orders. Suppress at that location. Fire on that position. We have new orders. Take firing positions. Stand by for orders. This position is ours. Ready yourselves. Ready on the fire step. Attention. We need to hold this position.
Okay, I need to get more fire. Is anything ready yet?
Positions. We
You
have
lot
new
can come on
orders.
here.
We have new order in position. Stand by for orders. Ready on the line. Ready yourselves.
Gotta move on, gotta move on.
Teams
Ready to fire yet?
You ready, boys? Attention! We have new orders.
Okay, I've got anything ready to fire.
Ready for fire orders. Hold your fire. We can't win this. We have new orders. Take firing positions. Stand by for orders. Arms up, boys.
Okay, we need to get reinforcements in.
Reinforcements ready. Ready yourselves.
We've taken that part. Right, okay. Barrage.
Attention.
Right, pause.
We have new orders. Ready on the fire step. We have new orders.
Okay.
By for orders. The brass wants this piece of ground. Ready yourselves. We hold here.
Okay. Okay, what's suppression fire on here?
Suppression fire order. Start the barrage. Set positions. Check coordinates for barrage. Fire all guns.
Okay, get guns fired on these positions here.
Be ready, boys. Load light suppression shells. Ready for fire orders.
Keep the reds down.
Fire on that position. We have new orders.
Okay. You lot.
New orders. Get in position. Stand by for orders. Hold this ground. This position is ours.
Right.
Attention.
Go.
Save yourselves. We have new orders. We need to go. We have new orders. We need to hold this position. Stand by for orders. The brass wants this piece of ground.
Okay. Alright, we've held this so far. You lot.
Ready yourselves. On the line. Attention. Take firing positions. We have new orders. We have new orders.
Okay. Alright.
Stand by for orders. We surrender. On the double now. Ready yourselves.
Okay.
Ready on the fire step. Attention. Get in position. We have new orders. We hold here. We hold this ground.
How do you get bloody formations? Alright.
Hold them up. Suppression barrage order. Barrage. Set positions. Suppress at that location. Fire all guns.
Okay.
It's ready. Suppression fire order. We have our targets.
Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. We take our one flank. We just got to hold that flank now.
We have new orders. Ready on the line.
Okay, you lot, get moving.
Stand by for orders. On the line.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so what we got coming over here now? Machine gun nest. Okay, everybody's in, so you lot
Ready yourselves.
come over there,
Take firing positions.
and then you lot
Attention.
come through to there.
Fire step. Raise the white flag. We have new orders. Get in position.
Into there. Right. And we need to more barrage onto here.
Ready for barrage. Fire.
And then
Ready for fire orders. For barrage. Fire on that position.
okay, and then
We have new orders. Stand by for orders.
okay, they're nearly gone. Surely got to have this soon.
Ready yourselves. Attention. We have new orders. Ready on the line. On the line.
Right, we must have this soon.
Take firing positions. We have new orders. Ready on the fire step. Stand by for orders.
Okay. Everybody in there. There's nothing left to go at, is there? We must have this now. We must have this. Remember to keep your position defended with infantry. Unguarded control points will be recaptured by the enemy.
Ready yourselves. Ready on
Back
the
in, get in the trenches.
On the line.
Get in the trench, everybody.
This position is ours. We have new orders. We have new orders. Take firing positions.
Okay. I'm assuming we're going to have some enemy coming at us again then. Get in the trench, people.
Ready on the fire step. Ready yourselves. Get in position.
Okay. You lot, get in a blinking trench.
Ready on the line.
Get in. The town was secured. We are moving up from machine guns to dig in. Commanders granted reinforcements, but the attrition is split between the tension is split between fronts. We can request one of two available reserves. You receive 20 Canadian infantry reserve. Yeah, take them. Canadian infantry. Canadian. I keep saying Canadian because I play Warhammer 40k. I keep saying Canadian rather than Canadian. You've been granted permission to commit for more forces to battle or to hold the town and continue the mission. Canadian infantry reserve supply convoys reach your location. Okay, so I think we need to be in trenches at some point. So where the enemy coming from? I'm assuming they're going to come from over here. So let's get you lot. I've been spread out all over the blinking place. Just get in a trench.
We have arrived and await orders. Looks like we're late to the party.
Okay. So there's more. Blimey, it's bristling. Bristling, can I save this? Resume. I think that I am going to leave that just here. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I really, really enjoyed that. I presume that so. Lose less than 15 infantry. Hold the main control point. Okay. Hold control point Z for how long? That long. Going to a point incoming German counterattack needs to. You need to hold the town. I'm going to leave that just here. I fully enjoyed that. It takes a bit getting. You take tactic. You can't just send waves of men. Well, you can if you don't really care about more dying. But you get little things like don't lose more than 15. I fully enjoyed that. I really, really enjoyed. That's fantastic stuff. Anyway, let me know what you think. Tutorial was good, very good. This takes a bit of getting used to. It's kind of play on slime mode until you get used to it. But yeah, it's kind of like you almost think you can't just keep sending waves and waves and waves of men into oblivion. But saying that, eventually, kind of focus on mass numbers, focus on particular area with sheer weight of numbers. You look at the map up here now. We're here. We really ideally need to go after that and sweep them this way, but we're right in the middle. So ideally, we could do it doing. I'm just going to hit pause. Is what we could do it doing. Is bringing people over onto here. What are you doing over here, you? Your orders. In that trench, what we could do with doing is start to pressure this area here. So what we could do is attack this area here and take this point here, and then take this point here. Take them on, overwhelm them on one flank. Would be an idea. Is overwhelm them on one flank and then sweep them up, because if we go straight up the middle, we're going to get hit by both sides. So could do we're doing is deploying a few people on this side.
Reporting for duty.
We'll deploy some people in this camp over here,
Reinforcements reporting.
and then what you could then do is can we reach bombardments from here? Well, we've got guns wise over here. With you.
Teams ready. You ready, boys?
So we're to go long range artillery. You keep this long range artillery.
Suppression shells. Start the barrage.
You could put that on there like that. What else have we got in range over here? Anything else in range?
Ready for fire orders.
And then you
Load for area barrage. Fire
go to
all
there.
guns.
Anything else in range?
Load them up. Check coordinates for
Just
barrage.
about.
We have our targets.
Just overwhelm them on one flank.
Load for suppressing barrage. Teams ready. Suppression barrage ordered.
Out of range, I presume. Yeah, it's out of range. Okay. Into trenches there.
Positions. Stand by for orders. Ready on the
There. Okay.
Ready
You
yourselves.
get into there. You get yourself into
Ready on the line.
there. Maybe in a trench. Okay. Oh, okay. What's going on over here now then? Here they come. Here they come.
We have new orders. On the line.
That's a lot of Germans coming. A lot of Germans. Superiority, no we haven't got, okay we haven't got that have we? German infantry retreat, what we could do with doing is, okay we've got them over there, let's start a rolling barrage over here, so if we were go to now, and with guns that can shoot over here, got a range, you've got range, let's put
Suppress at that location. Fire.
and then
Ready for fire orders. Let the barrels cool. Load them up. Let the barrels cool. Set positions. Prep for rolling barrage. Suppression fire ordered.
you're not in range.
Load light suppression shells. Be ready, boys. Load for suppressing barrage.
Okay, so we've got two guns in range. Right, let's everybody go.
Check your ammo.
Okay, let's go this way.
We have new orders. Stand by for orders.
Okay, and you go off and
Weapons down.
charge into them. I'll go shoot over here. I'll get another in there.
End this.
We're getting bombed. We're getting bombed here.
Ready yourselves. Take firing positions.
Okay, I need reinforcements over here.
Reinforcements ready.
Okay, over here. We're getting another in now.
Receiving new orders. Get
Arms
ready for
up,
fire.
boys. Hold this
Okay.
position ready for fire orders. Rolling barrage coordinates set. Fire on that position. Load them up. Set for barrage. Start the barrage.
Okay,
Stay alert, fire team.
Ready on the fire step.
Load up.
okay.
Attention. Get in position.
Take that.
We have new orders.
Keep your eyes open.
We have new orders. Ready on the line. Stand by for orders.
Check your ammo.
On the line.
Okay, Germans come through that way. Okay. You lot need to get
Ready yourselves.
in there,
Take firing positions.
Receiving new orders.
and you need to get in there as well.
Ready on the fire
Okay.
step.
I'll get another here then.
Attention. Get in position. Enemy surrender. Set positions. Suppression barrage ordered. Fire all guns. Teams ready. Pull the guns.
Interesting, we could catch them on the way across here.
Be ready, boys. Ready full barrage. We have our targets. Ready for fire orders. Suppress at that location. Fire.
Can I hit them as they come over?
Fire ordered.
That was nice.
Anything in the air is a target.
Okay. So let's go over there. We find there. Okay, they're doing okay there.
Raise the white flag. We have new orders.
I need more people over here. Can I get more people?
We have arrived at await orders. We have new orders.
Okay.
Weapons down.
Have we got another here? I need more people. Have I got any more people? Reinforcements.
Stand by for orders. Ready on the line.
Okay. We're holding so far over here. More Germans are coming this way.
Pause your attention.
Okay. Can I get some bombardments over here?
Arms up, boys. Load light suppression shells. Fire on that position. Teams ready. Prep for barrage. Start the barrage.
Alright, let's go over here now.
Ready, boys. Load for suppressing barrage. Fire all guns. Ready for fire orders. Hold the guns. Hold your fire. Load them up. Suppression barrage ordered. We have our targets.
Okay.
Ready yourselves. Attention! The brass wants this piece of ground.
Okay. How are we getting on this side?
We have new orders. On the line.
Okay. Go that way.
We surrender.
Okay. Get in the blinking trench. Get in the blinking trench, you wallies.
Stand by for orders. Take firing positions.
Okay.
Ready yourselves. Put your weapons down. Set positions. Suppress at that location. Fire.
Okay.
Teams ready.
Cut what's in range.
Load for area barrage. You ready, boys? We can't win this.
I need more reinforcements over here. I was going to stop about 10 minutes ago, but
Looks like we're late.
I've got 2 entry in there.
Reporting for duty.
Reinforcements reporting.
We could take this in a minute. Let's scan back over here quickly. Okay. Oh, okay, there's nothing going that way at us at the moment. I'm absolutely loving this. I'm having a great time. Okay. Let's really speed this up a little bit. If we can contract, if we can take.
Attention! Ready on the fire step. We have new orders. Get in position.
Okay, I need to get someone over, or you lot over here.
Ready on the line.
More coming.
Stand by for orders. On the line.
Okay, so we've got over here.
Attention. Ready the line.
Right.
Ready for fire orders. Suppression fire order. Fire on that position. Load them up. Check coordinates for barrage. Ready yourselves.
They're gone.
Ready for orders. New orders incoming.
Can I have I got the range to hit that thing over there?
Stand by for orders.
Okay, might have that sewn up. Get into a trench, people.
Attention! Take firing position. We have new orders. Ready on the fire step. New orders. Rear withdrawing. Stand by for orders. Get in position.
Okay, getting that way.
Ready yourselves.
Any gaps in where? Just getting a bloody trench.
Hold this ground. Attention! On the line.
Okay, back over here. Okay.
We have new orders.
We've got that one taken care of. The Germans are up here. And over here. Where are we now? Eliminate German command forces stall for now, but they will group. Take advantage of the lull and push their command trench. It is vital that we continue to hold Passchendaele, control point Z. Okay. Okay. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. As you can probably tell, I'm going to put stop in nails and do that about an hour ago. Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed that. That's great fun. That's great fun. Take it. My mission would be to hold this, boost it out, get artillery over here. Then do the same over here. So take X and Y, clear X and Y, and then basically we can get them in a pincer movement them on either side, because it's quite extensive, lot of trenches that is. But anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed this. I've absolutely loved it. Let me know how you get on with it. Let me know what you think about it. And as ever, I shall see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.